Hello and welcome. There's no Dylan today.
Yeah,
I don't really know what to say for this intro.
I know. It's like he always runs the intro. It's like, Ben, Thomas, how we doing today? But there's
Yeah,
nobody
so
to ask
I
us
guess
how we're doing. So, Ben, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Thomas. It's a rainy day here in northern New Jersey.
Yeah,
Um, so we'll see if I can get my round of golf in this afternoon. We'll see if the
yeah.
rain lets
Oh,
up.
I forgot about
How
that.
how's your day going?
It's been good. I'm just hoping I don't lose power. I have a lot of trees and a lot of wires around my house because my driveway's pretty far up the street. So if a branch comes down and takes a wire, then it's just going to be you, Ben.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we've got a. It's going to be an abbreviated show today, I would
Yes.
say, because Dylan's not here, and I'll tell you what, Dylan does a lot of the talking, and
Yes.
that's going to cut down on time. I hope he's listening. At least Dylan's
Yeah.
on vacation. For anybody wondering, he took the week off, um, and I hope he's relaxing and recharging and not listening to this. But
Yeah.
you never know.
I'm sure he is. We're definitely gonna get him in the comment section saying something like, "Oh, this
I hope
show
so.
sucks."
We've got
Yeah.
Doug here. How you
No,
doing, Doug? I saw Doug was also watching Mark and Lex's show earlier this week. I put a comment in on that show because I was curious about the topic. Doug, I don't know if you ever found out if they were live or not. I didn't. I didn't find out. I didn't ask Mark. So, Thomas, what do we got on the agenda today? I got to get a message out real quick, but what do we have on the agenda today?
well, we're definitely gonna end up doing PeakBot picks without Dylan. Do you know if Dylan even made picks? Let's check.
I don't think he did.
All right. Well, if Dylan didn't make picks, then I don't know if we chalk the week up. What do we do?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's
We
you
need
and I
help.
competing.
Yeah.
I know for
Do
me, I went 1 for 2, I think.
I'm like
And we're
1
gonna take a look at my losing position live and determine how I'm gonna handle that live. And then we'll look at our new picks. So
Okay.
let me go ahead and share the portfolio here. And last week we had Squeeze Finder on, which is our newest bot, and it happens to be an equities bot. And I'll tell you what, that bot is absolutely crushing it for me. I'll show some screenshots in Discord, but I did want to showcase the portfolio here. We should be getting Iron Condor trades here in, let me see where we're at, in about 30 seconds or so. You can see
What stock is that?
what's that?
Z? What stock is Z?
Zillow. I
Zillow.
went for a Condor on Zillow.
Oh,
And then I'm
okay.
seeing if I can get a quick $5 scalp on it because I did see price flickering back and forth, and Tradier has really good fills. So I thought maybe we can get some sort of price
That's
flicker
nice.
into my advantage here. All right,
Smart.
let's get some music going. Can you hear any music, Thomas?
Very faint, but I can hear it.
All right, we're gonna get it going a little bit. All right, so and man, you know what? Dylan does the banners too. I'm completely lost over here.
Yeah, what do we do without Dylan? This is definitely Dylan's watching. He feels like his ego's getting boosted right now. He feels he's like they can't do the show without me.
I'm gonna have this going across the screen the entire time. 6 months free of PeakBot Pro, 6 months free of Tradier Pro. You can see my Iron Condor position just went in on XSP, filled at 45 cents. Very nice. Anyways, back to the free stuff. Go to peakbot.com/Tradier. You're going to get 6 months free of PeakBot Pro if you create a new Tradier account, fund it with $5,000, and hang out for 3 months. So really, really great promo. Let's get I think we've got a banner for it too with the QR code. So check that out.
Oh, there's not a third one, so my face doesn't get blocked today.
Yeah, true. Scan that QR code. It'll give you all the details you need to get started. 6 months of free bots. All right, so let's take a look at the port, and then we'll get into some trader trivia. A lot of trades happening today. Let's see how my Condor from yesterday into today is doing. It looks like the put side closed out at 5 cents. So we took our profit there. Very nice. And now the call side is, I sold the 594 call. That is currently trading at around
Ben, your mic cut out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Now you're good.
Cool. So XSP is currently trading at 592, almost 593. So we just need to stay below 594 for the rest of the day, and we'll come away with a win there. The Condor has been crushing it this week. Max's bots have been crushing it as well for me. 3 for 3 this week. The 0 DTE orb strategy did not trade on Monday because the market gapped up 3% over the weekend, and due to that extended volatility, the bot just didn't trade. And it didn't trade today because the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report was released today. I think it was the preliminary report. Now, normally we would say, what's the big deal with that? But if we look at the history of the 0 DT stat bot, it does not perform well on those days. In fact, the last time we traded on a day where the Michigan Sentiment report was released, it was a double loss on Max Spot, and that's only happened twice, I think, in the last 2 years. So we want to stay away from that. But Thomas, how's your portfolio looking today?
I didn't trade too much today. I'm only in PeakBot picks trades. No King Condor positions because yesterday Powell spoke. Didn't move the market. Was it yesterday Powell spoke?
Yesterday morning, yeah.
Yesterday morning, so we didn't have positions today. And I think King Condor might trade today, right?
Yes, King Condor should trade this afternoon. There was not a spike in VIX overnight, and we are within VIX levels, and no major economic events to turn it off. So fully expecting a King Condor trade later this afternoon.
We just have to hope and pray that Trump doesn't come out over the weekend with another crazy update on tariffs and blow through it. It's like, I feel like he just like waits. Like he just has to like buy calls or something on Friday and wants the market to.
Well, I think he calls all of his friends up and says, "Hey, do this," and then they do that.
He does it on Truth Social sometimes. He's like,
fine,
and it'll just.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe we should automate that.
We should make
automate Trump tweets. Yeah, just automate Trump's Truth Social messages, however it is there. I guess it's not his tweets, it's his messages. But automate that, and then I'm curious how it performs. Because I think he gives crypto advice on there too. And then he also does
advice.
Oh, not advice, yeah. Just buy.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thomas, you ready for some trader trivia?
Oh, if text is equal to all caps, sell. Is that what it is on Truth Social?
What's that?
Doug said in the comments, if text equals all caps.
Oh.
So I guess he has a secret language there too.
There we go. No, I get it. I get it. Don't take things so literally, Thomas. All right. But a Trump bot would be interesting. It would be interesting to see how that would work out. But he's on his way back from the Middle East today. I think he lands tonight. So I hope he's just going to be too jet lagged over the weekend to do anything. So
tired.
Yeah. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get into trader trivia. So during trader trivia, you will have the chance to win 3 free months of PeakBot Basic. Although this is really now only for anybody that's not on Tradier, because if you are on Tradier, you can get 6 months for free, and you'll get PeakBot Pro for the price of PeakBot Standard ongoing. That promotion is on the banner flowing across the bottom of the screen here. So if you don't want to use Tradier for whatever reason, and we highly recommend that you do, you can text us the answer to this question. We'll text you back with the link to get 3 free months of PeakBot's basic subscription. The question that you need to answer is, what does it mean to go long on a stock? Does it mean to borrow shares to sell them? B, to buy shares hoping the price will rise? C, to sell shares immediately? Or D, to trade options only? Again, text your answer to the number on screen, 973-888-1166. If you get the answer correct, we will text you back with a link to get 3 free months of a bot of multiple bots of PeakBot bots. So
could be a trick question. It is a slight trick question.
Could be. So, Thomas, honestly, I don't even know what the did you know is today.
Oh.
We've been so busy covering Dylan's butt for being on vacation that I didn't have a chance to review it. So I have no idea.
Have a random did you know? So it'll be a did
no
you know? Did you know? All right, let's see.
I have no idea what's coming. All right. So while you guys are texting your answers in, let's have a little fun fact here. A little did you know? All right. Did you know that the Dow Jones Industrial Average originally only had 12 companies? It included railroads, cotton, gas, sugar, and tobacco companies. So that was back in 1896. And it wasn't, of course, the tech and financial giant that we see today. Yeah, interesting. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it's what are the leading industries in America at the time,
and
right?
who are the companies leading it? Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that America was really built on probably 15 companies, and now today we have hundreds and thousands of them. It seems crazy that sometimes, if you ever really think about it, when you drive down the highway, that was all forest. Right? If you're driving down the highway, that was all forest. People literally cleared that whole thing out for you to drive to California.
Have you ever seen pictures of New York City, like what it looked like before it was urbanized?
Yeah, same thing like Hollywood, Las Vegas, all of that. It's crazy to look at. Insane. It's one of the most interesting things. To think that it was just one day.
It's pretty cool. And it's even weirder to look at pictures early 1900s where there were large buildings, but large for the time, nothing like it is now. Yeah. I would almost call it a town.
Yeah, it's like a 4-story apartment building was massive. Now we just have skyscrapers in Miami that are just all condos and apartments.
Yeah. So get those texts in. You'll get your free bots for 3 months. 973-888-1166. And the answer, Thomas, what is the answer? Do you want to answer it?
It is going to be to buy shares, hoping the price will rise. B.
And you are correct. Going long equals buying a stock. And of course, when you buy a stock, you want the price to increase over time. Buy low, sell high. That's the name of the game. And that's what many people fail at.
And there's always going to be long options too. You could buy puts and be long technically.
Oh yeah. Cool. So before we hop into our PeakBot picks, I did want to just highlight some of the success that we've been having with the Squeeze bot over the past couple of weeks. Let's get the banner up for Squeeze bot. Squeezefinder.peakbot.com/sign up. Use code PAIDBETA. You're going to get 50% off your first month subscription, and you're going to get locked in at the price of the subscription now, which is $99 a month. After the first 100 subscribers, we're going to raise that price up to $150 a month. And I'll tell you what, it has been crushing it. I'm gonna put on my screen their Discord channel where I'm posting a lot of my trades, all of my trades really. So let's see, where do we start?
Not the few, but also the community members.
What's that?
Also their communities posting their trades. They're making fun of you a little bit.
They are making fun of me because I'm exiting the positions early, but hey, I want to take my gains and run. So last week I had QBTS in my portfolio, and I made about 35% on QBTS. So what happened was the bot got me in. I decided to step in and manually exit, which is, I would say, my preferred way to trade with this particular bot. The bot does have a trailing stop loss of 10%. So I've definitely been stopped out on a couple, not many, but a couple. And when I'm not paying attention and don't have the time to pay attention, that stop loss is doing me some good there. And then there is a take profit that is built in as well. But those take profits are based on the stock squeezing and moving very high very quickly. sometimes those profit targets aren't always hit, but you always have the 10% trailing stop. So you could bump up 50% and drop back down to 40% gain and still win. On this particular trade, I had about a 35% gain. And I mean, you can see that's not all that was in my portfolio. I also had a 6%, 5%, 3%, and then I was down 1.2% and a couple of other trades that closed out during the day. So that's the first one. There was another trade earlier. I think it was EVGO, another 30% plus gainer. We got some more gains on the screenshot here. And again, I'm posting everything here. What was this one? I'm not sure.
Nebius, I think it was 20%.
Yeah, I got 7.7 on sound. I think I took profit there. Yeah, sound again, LTBR, double-digit gainers there. Let's keep going. BKKT, 19%. And I mean, the screenshots I'm showing, this is my entire portfolio just traded by the SqueezeBot. So there's not many losers on it. OKLO, 20%.
And your losses are also so much smaller than your gains.
Yeah, they are, because of that trailing stop, right? Because as soon as we bump up like 2 or 3%, and the stop loss is at like a negative 7% or something, and the gains are definitely making up for it. Let's go down to a nice day. Was that 2 days ago? Reddit stopped me out, 7.8% loss. So I am posting losses here too. Kaba, this was a big miss. I was getting made fun of for this. I sold Kaba at a 6.1% gain. It wound up making its way all the way to, I think it was like a 90-something% gain, almost 100% gain on Kaba. So I did sell early. See, SqueezeBot over humans. Yes, I get it.
Take the emotions out, Ben.
I know, but for this particular strategy, I'm not sure. So actually, this morning I posted this. I said my QUBT position is up 11.8%, and then I said, Squeeze Finder Wes, I need you to tell me to hold on for dear life right now to this ticker. And I waited for him to answer, and he said, all right, now I can close it. I did wind up closing it for a 21.9% gain. So I did double my gain because I held longer. So I just have to be okay with letting things go. Anyways, a lot about SqueezeBot. Thomas, what questions have you seen come in? Because you're on support chats all day long. What questions, if any, have you seen come in about SqueezeBot?
A lot of people want to know what a short squeeze is. How does it work? What causes the short squeeze to actually happen? And to be honest with you, it's kind of random. It's between like low volume, then high volume comes in, and usually there's like some sort of a news event that happens, and then that just sends the stock absolutely soaring. It's kind of like event driven a little bit.
Event driven. You definitely want to find a catalyst for these squeezes, right? Yeah. If you find a stock that's moving rapidly and there's really no catalyst, then maybe it's like a pump and dump newsletter type thing, especially on these really like micro cap stocks. High short interest is also key, because as price goes up, shorts want to cover, so they're buying shares. That's driving the price up. So high short interest is key. Low float is key. Not many stock, not many shares available. Those are all characteristics of short squeezes. And this bot kind of looks for all of that information. They put together a watch list, and then we botified that for them. I just made that word up, but we're going to use it.
Botified.
We botified their amazing alerts and watch lists, and it's been, like I said, crushing it. I did an analysis for our newsletter this week. I think I was up 11% over the last week and a half, up even more now after the QUBT win today. All right. Yeah. Thomas, ready for some PeakBot picks?
Of course.
Cool. You want to get us started?
Give me 1 second. Let me set the monitor up real fast.
And Doug's comment, hard to borrow stocks can be squeeze stocks. Yeah, and actually there's yes, the hard to borrow, definitely, because there's reasons that the shares are hard to borrow at that point. Brokers will also sometimes even restrict you from entering into a hard to borrow stock. So it's not even like you could participate from the long side either. I've just noticed that recently. I don't know if that's a new thing or not.
All right, then get my screen back up there. I'm going to go over this previous week's PeakBot picks or my upcoming PeakBot. Oh, I'll do both.
Do both, because it's just me and you today. So go over what you did last week and talk about what you're doing this week.
So last week was a little bit of a bummer. Looks like I'm going to end up going 2 for 3, which is unfortunate. Or one for 3. I'm sorry. Looks like I'm going to end up going 1 for 3 after being 3 for 3, 3 for 3, 3 for 3. It happens, but it's okay. So last week sold the 206 strike price on IWM. Thought the market was going to be bearish. Trump sent it bullish over the weekend, gapped up. You can see right here overnight, entered right there on Friday. That Monday, we had about a 3% gap up. Of course, that's going to absolutely kill anybody's portfolio if you're bearish, which in this case it did. So not going to be trading IWM for a little bit, going back to an individual stock kind of, and being a little bit more diverse. Before I was just all bearish. And it was working until, Trump decided to change that for me, fortunately and unfortunately. So I guess he's got me diversifying my portfolio a little bit. Next up, I'm having Starbucks, or I traded Starbucks. Again, another just unfortunate loser. I mean, the stock was it was just consolidating right here at this 83 level. It would touch 83, bounce off.
You know what? I bet if you roll that into next week, that could become a winner.
I'm thinking maybe I will. Should I? I know. Unfortunately, it's in a forsaken brokerage, so I can't trade it there just yet. So maybe I'll go and look into that and see what happens, and just see if I can kind of salvage this into a winner for next week and maybe make me a little bit of money.
Depends how you feel about it. If you're still bearish on it, if you're still,
I know. The only thing now that I'm looking at it, do you think this becomes support 84.5 or like?
Looks like it just bounced off of it in the last hour candle, but that's not enough confirmation, in my opinion.
Yeah. So we would need a little bit more confirmation, a little bit more on the price action. Maybe I'll look at it like 3, 4 o'clock before I go, see what happens, and take a look there. But next up, the only winner I have this week is going to be CVX, and I'm just barely making it here. Sold to 142. We're at 141.5. So we're going to see what it does by the end of the day. But again, just this gap up killed it. Was in the money, falling out of the money. And again, that's what's really nice about spreads is sometimes what was once out of the money and kind of, killing your position, or what was once in the money is now killing your position, can end up falling out of the money, right? Like I could have closed this out and it would have never given me the opportunity to kind of get back in. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take profit here on this Thursday, which I was really hoping to, and maybe I should have closed it out. Just kind of wanted to let the bot handle it. But unfortunately, it bounced back. So we'll see what happens here at the end of the day.
All right.
So those are 3 picks from last week. Do you want me to go into this week?
Yeah, might as well keep going. Did you update the picks tracker?
I did update the picks tracker.
Okay, cool.
But I got it right here, though. I'm going to wait to update my gain and loss there later in the day. But Next up, so for next week, I went 2 bears, 1 bull. So I am going bullish, which I haven't done in a really, really long time. My first, let me fix what's on the chart here. But my first bearish pick is going to be Alcoa Corp. AA, I traded this a couple weeks ago. It was a pretty popular ticker. I do think that we're going to find a little bit of resistance here around this 30 area. We've kind of bounced off of it in the past. So I just think the stock is overall bearish, and I think we're going to continue to follow the trend. I mean, even if you just look here and you just make a simple trend line, Like you can just see that we're ready to just kind of bounce off of it, and we already are. So I'm thinking we're just going to continue to bounce, selling the 30. I'm expected to earn, as soon as the trades go through, somewhere around the $20 premium range on that, which would be nice. And only resting $150. So, definitely a little bit of volatility in the stock. So getting some good premium out of it. Next up we have is ExxonMobil. So XOM, selling the 110 strike. Again, I just think there's going to be a little bit of resistance right in this area. We've been chopping through it in the past. Now we're chopping here, and we were kind of chopping here before. So I do think that we can get a little bit more chop, maybe Monday, Tuesday, and just kind of let theta be our friend, decay the price a little bit. Maybe it ends up falling a little bit on Monday, and just get a quick 60% gain on my premium there. So we'll see what goes on there. Next pick I have is my bullish pick, Kroger, selling the $66 strike. And what I kind of liked about it was it's bounced off of 66 a couple times in the past. Now it was really closer to like 65.5. But again, what's really nice about spreads is that it doesn't have to be perfect the whole time. It's really just a matter of where the price is at expiration. If you can kind of just, let it expire out of the money, that's really the big goal there. So selling 66, buying the 64. So I'm expecting to possibly go 2 for 3 this week. This is the only one that's scaring me just a tiny bit. Going bullish is scaring me a little bit, but I want to diversify, so we'll see.
All right. There you go. Hopefully you go 3 for 3 this week. I'm rooting for you, Thomas.
Thank you, Ben. I need it after this week.
Yeah, that'll put a damper on the port. But all right, let me go ahead and get my account on screen here. There we go. Here is the PeakBot picks tracker for my account. So last week I traded PDD. I took a win on that. I closed out, I think that was Monday. Yeah, Monday I took a win, $16 in credit out of my 19 earned at open. And then my GLD position we'll take a look at after I go over my picks, because I want to think about what to do with that position. It's currently losing. Yesterday it was really close to being a split between the price was between my spread, and I want to take a closer look to see what I'm going to do next week. So again, PDD 1, GLD is looking like a loser right now, but we're going to see if we could turn that into a winner, because I do think that I am still bullish on that ticker. As we look into, so I guess, Thomas, that means depending on how Dylan did, I think I beat you.
Yeah, you did.
Win percentage wise.
Yeah.
All right.
That's unfortunate.
We'll mark that down.
We'll have to see how Dylan does. We can look at Dylan's picks.
Actually, let's see if I doubt he's updated his tracker. Yeah. He has not updated his tracker. We also all have different week numbers on our weeks. I think I'm the only one that's accurate. Yeah, Thomas, what is that?
No. Oh, I forgot to change it. That should be 13.
So I did not record in here my picks for this week, but my picks for this week are, I've got a Condor on Zillow, and I'll show that on the chart in just a minute, but I got 40 cents on that. I got into X, which is steel. I got 12 cents on a 50-cent spread, which is, I really liked that, considering that I was at the 20 delta at the time of the trade. Although it's looking pretty expensive now, so I think price is probably moving against me. I've got DraftKings looking to collect 10 cents on a 50-cent spread. And then I have CCJ, which I'm going to go ahead and just cancel that now. So really, I'm just waiting. Oh, I also have an order out for Uber, which I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go with Zillow, X, and DKNG for this week. Those are my picks. So let's take a look at Zillow on the chart here. If we look at the technicals for 1 week, we are leaning more towards the buy side. For 1 month, we are at the strong buy. So There's definitely technicals pointing upwards, as well as analyst ratings pointing towards the stock price moving up. I just saw, we are in this longer term bearish trend, and this is like the rest of the market, right? Like if we look from February to now, there was a bearish trend, and then from April to like beginning of April till now, we are in this bullish trend. So to me, it looks like there's resistance around $72, potentially $74, $75. That's what we could bump up to. And then I think because we're in this bullish trend, I don't think we're going to drop below the $68 strike here. My real concern is on the call side. So it is a pretty tight condor. It's a $4 wide body, and I'd say definitely take a bit of a risk here, but I was happy to take the risk because I collected 40 cents in premium on it. If I do wind up losing, it's only going to be a 60-cent loser. So we will see how that turns out. Now let's take a look at X, United States Steel Corp. So on my X position, what strike did I sell here? It's a bull spread, put spread. I sold a $36 strike, which is way down here. So I like that. We haven't been down at $36 since the beginning of March, and I don't see us dropping down that far. I couldn't believe that I got, this was at the 20 delta. I couldn't believe I got 10 cents of premium for a 50-cent spread at the 20 delta that far, like with the strike this far away on X.
They're not on earnings, are they, Ben?
No, they just reported earnings beginning of May.
Oh, okay.
It looks like, what is this? 19 hours an update. So maybe there's some volatility today, which is causing premiums to go higher, which I'm not upset about it. The technicals are, wishy-washy between day, week says buy, month says buy. So I'm bullish on it. I really think we're going to stay above $36. I might double or triple down on this position before the end of the day. I like it that much. And then finally, and who knows if this is going to fill, we're about a penny off right now. We got DraftKings. I'm bearish on DraftKings, selling the 38.50 strike. Wrong screen. DKNG 38.50. Bouncing off of that, this looks kind of similar to Zillow, where it looks like there's a shorter term resistance. Again, not enough of a confirmation there. Maybe a longer term resistance around like $41. So we could pop up past that. I'm not going to be upset if we don't fill here. The technicals also are, well, actually, when I checked earlier, it was on the buy side. So a little bit contrarian on this position. But overall, again, I'm not going to be upset if I fill. I won't be upset. If I don't fill. I like my X position. And actually, why is that priced at 34 cents right now at those strikes? That's what I'm confused at the moment. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm really not sure.
Interesting.
Why can't I scroll? This is forward right now. That makes sense. That's where the delta is, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's weird. That's interesting.
Yeah, 36 at the 20 delta. That's I'm gonna double down on that right now then if I could get that price.
Go for it.
Retrade. I'm gonna go, it's a 50-cent spread. I'll do 5 total on it. Oh, it's just a really wide bid ask. I mean, hey, let's see if we get filled. I'm gonna try to fill at 35 cents. We'll let that fill.
Lifetime.
That would be crazy if that filled.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
You're risking 15 cents.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna even modify that. I'm gonna try to go for a 1-1. Again, I don't think that's gonna fill, but hey, if we do, great. So, anyways, we've got my GLD position open right now, and we are far in the money here. I haven't really looked at what to do about this today, but if we look at GLD, my strike price was $2.98, I believe, or $2.99. What was it? $2.99 put. Okay, so I need to be above this line. I'm currently under it. I was above it on Tuesday. Did not take profit. I think I was still, because I mean there was a big gap down over the weekend on GLD, so the position wasn't profitable, so I wanted to hold. Yesterday I thought about getting out, taking a small loss, and today and overnight the price it dropped. So today I'm not too sure what to do. Let's take a look at what the credit would be if I rolled this. I'm gonna have to roll it pretty far. I think I'm probably best off just taking the loss here. What can I close at now? It's at a full $1. All right, so I'm just gonna count that as a loser. Redeploy that capital elsewhere, and then hope for a better week next week. So unfortunately, that's gonna end my long streak of wins. It's been 1, 2, 3. I guess not that long. 3 trading weeks since the last loss. But hey, losses happen. It's going to happen.
And eventually you're going to revert back to the mean. If you're trading at 70% and you go weeks without a loss, eventually you're going to get your losses. They're going to be due. They're going to be due.
Yep, that's for sure. All right, so those are our PeakBot picks going into this week. Maybe Dylan will make a video for his picks, maybe not. But Thomas, I think that's all we got today.
Yeah, so we'll see everybody next week, hopefully with Dylan. Dylan will bring a little bit of a dreary day out. A little tired today. So.
Yeah, it is dreary. Like I said, I hope it clears up. I've got a tea time this afternoon. And I will be walking, so the car path only thing doesn't bother me.
Yeah, so much for a beach weekend. You know, I'm sitting here now. I'll still enjoy the weekend to have a pool. Maybe if it's sunnier, it's at least dreary, just go in the pool, enjoy it. That's it.
There you go. Well, anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you all have a great weekend. And most importantly, we will see you at the peak. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.